Welcome back. This is MDawg, and we are continuing our 21-22 leveling guide. And for the second episode in a row, we are trolling Kuori. Before I forget, someone made the comment recently, I think it might have been actually in the last video, talking about how some experienced players had recommended to them that they just, grind fishing bream at Oldberg and just keep going until they could afford a couple of like Model 1 or something similar spinning rods, Fortuna carp rods, and caliber HSVs to put on those rods for either trolling or for carp fishing. And I just wanted to comment that that is absolutely what I would do. If this was my main account, let's say for some reason, RF5 came out, but it was exactly like RF4, whatever weird world that is. Or for some reason accounts got reset. We're so sorry. All the accounts have been reset. And I was had to start over. First of all, part of me would be kind of excited by that, I have to be honest, but it would also be sad. If it was my main account, that is exactly what I think I would do. I'm not saying that's the right thing to do. There's a lot of ways. It's just like whatever's most fun for you and trying out different things in your early levels to figure out what you enjoy. But if it was me, because of how much I enjoy carp fishing and how much I enjoy bream fishing as well, I would go from what we fished with for a long time, which is the Lacerti 2s. I would probably upgrade them because the 5.5 just made it a little bit easier to fish for the bream, to get the bream in. I would just fish for bream and go from that to calibers. And probably for me, I would actually get carp rods first. Assuming by then I was high enough level to use all of that, but that's what I would do. I would absolutely do that. I agree with that advice. Again, personal taste for me. That's also what I would do. But when I think about making these leveling guides, I always, I always tend to have the thought like, okay, we got to diversify a little bit. Float fish at winding some, or, go try to figure out Belaya a little bit. I do try to mix it up just so that it's not a one-trick pony. Like, this is how you fish for bream, basically. But if I had to start over and was trying to, as efficiently as possible, get to the type of fishing that I enjoy best in the game, that would be my route. Lacerti 2s to caliber HSVs, and then, start fishing at bear, basically, once I had the carp gear setups, to earn the silver to get whatever else I would want, which for me would probably be, that's actually a good question. Part of me thinks I might actually get baitcasting setups from there. Because when I'm trolling or when I'm just regular fishing, I've always just preferred using the bait casting setups. It's not very efficient, though, because you could use those caliber HSVs for trolling. So maybe the first thing would be to save up to get some rods that would support the caliber HSVs in trolling, and then go from there. But, it wouldn't be too long till I would want to start saving. You might get a few things here or there, but I would probably want to start saving for, end game carp reels to put on those Fortuna carp rods. So saving up for Tagaras or Magaras. Maybe even I could see getting an Avia so that I didn't have to save quite as long for that first upgrade. But yeah, it's probably what I would do. But for me, I just love carp fishing. And There are a lot of hot spots you can fish in the game without really, really heavy gear. But you would want something so that you could go, you know, troll Volkov when it's really hot. Like right now, trolling Volkov looks like it's pretty good. So to have those caliber HSVs on some spinning rods, it would open up more options for things you could go for. But I just thought I'd throw that out because, and I think I've probably said similar to that at different points during this leveling guide, but just to be clear, the gear choices I make, at times at least, in these leveling guides is more to support the entertainment value and diversity of the type of fishing we're doing in the leveling series, not because I think that's the most efficient way or even the way that I would choose if I was starting over, for what that's worth. The fishing seems very decent over here around the island. Look at this grayling. Ooh, it's a beautiful grayling. Wow, 2.1. So I hesitate to leave, but I also at least want to go try the other side of the lake. All right, there's level 19. We got it on a Vendus of all things. Now start watching that experience bar heading to 20, because you know what 20 is, right? 20 is Volkov. 20 is more opportunities to fish for, you know, different bream species in terms of bottom fishing. But most importantly, 20 is not having to worry about stock anymore, because you can get almost anything you want at Volkov. Any bait, any gear, just about anything you want is going to be attainable at Volkov. Oh, it's an Arctic. I don't think we had any Arctics last time, did we? Which is kind of weird. Sometimes they're very active here. Sometimes they're not as much. Ooh, man, what is going on? I just feel like up here is just the spot. Just up here, whatever it is, west of the island. Holy cow. We've hit some nice fish up here, both last episode and this one. That's part of why I think the leveling guide in Fisher Online has been so fun. I mean, first of all, it's new and different. I haven't really ever done a full leveling guide or experience in Fisher Online, but also that's my main account. We completely reset and started over on my main account over there. I mean, imagine how fun it would be if I did that here. I don't think I ever could. Just the implications of it are crazy, and especially since this game is so much, is more of a grind overall than that one, but still, that's part of it, right? That is part of it. Again, this has just been so good. So the very first time we came to Kuori, we were basically just kind of going north to south. I think it was from 5C to 7C. So that's kind of what I'm wanting to do again. Is just kind of head over here and see if it's like decent. Because it was really good, but that's been weeks ago now. Things could have changed dramatically. Now, the one thing I would be tempted is if in RF4 you could reset your account. Oh, I love these rainbow trout. you could reset your account, but also be refunded any gold that you had spent. I'm now not with premium, but any gold outside of premium that you had spent. I'm not saying I would do it. I'm just saying I would be tempted. Because then you'd have a fresh start leveling guide with not losing the resources, the real money resources, that is, but with the excitement of, you know, restarting your account and then also deciding, how do I want to use those resources this time around? That could be cool. Do I think they would ever do that? I do not, but it would be cool. Cool option. Alright, so this was pretty much it. This was the little path, like straight north pretty much. And I think if we weren't using these exact same lures, they were definitely similar. Just making sure that we are picking up everything. Audio seems to be good, right? I think so. It seems like right now, it would not be unreasonable to think that even if you just fished for 75% of the day, trolling, you could average 100 silver at Kuori right now. And then at night, you could either find a bream spot at Kuori that's, you know, working reasonably well and make a little bit more silver, or fast travel to Old Berg and hit bream. And maybe you wouldn't want to travel back and forth every day. Maybe it'd be like an every other day thing or something. I don't know. But between the two right now, even for lower to sort of mid-level players, it's pretty good. Pretty good opportunity to catch some nice fish. Is it just me or... Why is that? Oh, there we go. Couldn't figure out why it wasn't going back up to the top. I think it's right now. It's all the time what she signed up for, but I may have to bring that up. Yeah. So we're, you know, obviously we're out of like prime time fishing. This is the middle of the day. So it'd be a little slower no matter where we are. But first impression, this feels a little bit slower than the other side, what we've been doing. Maybe we've sampled it enough for now. It is good to know over here exists, though. I mean, I remember last time we had a pretty decent experience over here. It's just we had such... Our gear was so undersized that it was clear that it was not the way to go in terms of... trying to be efficient, somewhat efficient here. Don't want to see that. No pike, please. I don't know if y'all could see that little perch that was just sitting at the end of the line. Wasn't really pulling enough for me to be able to tell too much that there was a fish on there, but... By the way, with spinning rods, you can do a clip. So we could keep it at a certain distance if there was like a certain distance we really liked. So like that's 11 meters right there. Can't do that with casting rods. It's weird, but with spinning rods you can. See what 10 looks like. So you can make it a little closer, and then also what's fun about that is here at Kuori, especially if you have binoculars, you can really see on these spinnerbaits, you can see the fish like hit it a lot of times. It's pretty fun. Be really nice if we could hit a decent couple of cafe orders. That's weird. I guess we don't have a secondary ticket, which is not very smart. You always want to keep a backup ticket and take in case you get into a really long fish fight. we just need one eye that's 1 kilo. That burbot order would be pretty easy if we just find a spot where they're biting. Wait. Yeah, we've already got that. That's worth it. That's good. So we've got them both clipped at 10 meters. I think one thing that might improve our overall performance at Kuori is to just go ahead and break down and get a second spiker. Not that we haven't had some good fish on the Aquila, we have. But my goodness. And in fact, the spiker we have, I'm not even sure that that's the one that the fish are hitting best right now. Which is probably worth looking at this. I mean, right now I would just look at, like, is Kuori char hitting anything? Not really. I wouldn't mind trying one of these new Vibra spinners. Maybe that's what we do. The S1002. Or, what's the Savans looking like? Oh, there's a Hornet. But there's the spiker. I mean, the 18 seems like it's always doing good work. But that Vibra is tempting. I think those are like 50 silver, though. It's kind of hard. Like, so if it's the price of a spiker... But those are new. Those just came out with the last time there was new equipment added. I honestly just probably want to go right back through that same area. To me right now, what I'm feeling the most is like right through here, just over and over. Just seems like the way to go. Has anybody else, have y'all had any experience with those Vibra spinners? But I kind of get nervous about doing. Oh, maybe we should upgrade. Maybe that's what we should do. Upgrade our supercast. Wasn't the part in stock here at Kuori? Pretty sure it was. So we're at 50 fish right now because we did the 6 perch towards the cafe order. We've caught... Look at that roach out of nowhere on a spinnerbait. I love it. We've caught 51 fish now in like, you know, just over 26 minutes. Now, plenty of those are non-marker size and all that, but what if we try the snowflake? Have I tried this before? I think I have. It wasn't very good, right? Sometimes the snowflakes can pop off, but I'm pretty sure we weren't feeling it last time I tried it. Maybe we'll do that next episode. See about either getting another spiker or one of those new Vibra lures. I don't know what spikers are in stock. If I can't get the 18 or whatever that one is, might be a little disappointing, but I have a feeling even here at Kuori, those might be out of stock. Yeah, I think the snowflake is a little too slow. Have we tried... What did we just... Oh, yeah, we haven't really tried the Hornet, though, right? It's probably what we should have been using over the Aquila, if I had thought about it. We'll see if it gets any bites, if this color's working. But those Hornets... I feel like tier 1 or tier A or something for spinnerbaits at Kuori right now is... And most places, to be honest, is like Spiker. And just under that is Hornet, maybe. And then the next tier would be Aquilas and a couple of other things. Alright, first fish, marker lake trout on the Hornet. I don't think we've had a Kuori char these last couple days, right? We had one back the first time we came. I want to say over on the other side of Kuori. No, we've never had one. I guess I'm wrong. We never caught one on this account during the leveling series. We're way off course right now, by the way. So we can now use a bait casting rod and a bait casting reel, which is pretty fun, but the time is not now. I would say I was in my probably upper 20s when on my main account when I got Model 1 or Super Duty, one of each, I think, casting rods and a couple of steelheads. But the game was different back then in terms of how Volkov was working. There was a lot more fishing from the boat instead of trolling. And frankly, you know, There was no amber. There was no, I mean, Sura had just come out. You know what I mean? So there just weren't a lot of options. So the steelhead and the bait casting setups just kind of made sense. But I love those. I mean, still to this day, I love getting out the steelhead rigs for trolling Volkov or whatever. We're going to get right back to our spot as quickly as possible. Try to get a couple more decent fish. You know, we've had a very good stable day. The one thing we haven't had that we had last time we started the day off with that really, really nice savan and really nice rainbow trout, right? I mean, that's how we started that day. And you know, those two fish and a couple other ones, I mean, that ended up being like, what, 100 silver just for a very small amount of fish compared to what all of the fish together were worth. So we really haven't had that kind of... Now we did hit that perch cafe order, which helps. And we'll still do fine. But we're not going to have the kind of results we did yesterday, I don't think. Unless we hit something really nice right at the end here. Four, three, two. The grayling will be nice. The Arctic will be okay. I mean, it's just a lot of small, even the markers, a lot of small markers. So they'll add up, but they won't have the big chunks like we had mixed in yesterday, unless we do really well here at the end. But that's okay. I mean, we're still making silver. We're leveling up spin fishing. We're getting really good XP so that we can go to Volkov, you know, and experience other types of fishing, theoretically. Also have access to all that inventory at Volkov. So you're still in a good place when this is where you are. Staring down level 20, one level away. And when Kuori's actually active enough like it is now where you can have some fun here. Alright, here's the Hornet. Here's the Hornet going off. It's that time of day. Now the question is, can we get this in fast enough to be able to catch something else really nice, you know? Before the trolling day's over. It looks like he might be giving up. Might not be as nice as I initially thought it was. He's coming in like a rocket ship right now. Don't change your mind, just come on in. Yeah. Almost 3 kilos. You can tell the difference between the two rods, two setups we have in terms of their power. You can tell a little bit of a difference. That pulsar is nice. But, I mean, we've caught some decent fish on the Supercast. I can't complain. And that's a cheap reel for what we're having it do right now. And remember, this line, this setup, the second one, has a mono leader, where our first setup has a fluorocarbon. Congrats to Wiggs Dino on hitting level 28, and hit level 28 on a pretty nice savan there. Good job. That's always fun. Catch a nice fish and ding a level. I usually ding a level on some small common roach marker or something. Let's see what this is. I was just about to say, I feel like when we get pretty close to the dock over here, we're not catching as good a fish. So I kind of want to go ahead and turn now. Hopefully I'm right on that. Ooh. Apparently this area is not too shabby. Now again, can we get this fish in and then still try to get something else? How long will it take? We're doing donuts out in the lake right now. Thought we just lost him. We've got decent fish pulling us in opposite directions right now. Well, this guy's just going to go on up there to the dock, it looks like. I mean, we could almost just turn our trolling motor off now. I think I will. And just let him go chill. I don't know that he's going to find his own way out of there. Maybe he will. Oh, it looks like he is. Is he going to make it all the way around the rock? Nah. He gets too close to us, he's going to turn back. I don't know. I'll be surprised if that fish is still on, but we'll see. This is where we need some coffee. He's a fighter and he's sporadic. So we turned off our engine so we could stand up. I'm not going to drop anchor though, because in case we have to take off again, I want that to be able to happen pretty quickly. I do like that they've added the fish animation in the water. I mean, I wish it like actually meant something, I guess, but it's nice to at least see evidence of fish every once in a while in different spots in the water. When they redid Kuori, they added that. Some of the newer maps have something like that in different spots. I think Yama did as well. Is Yama the first time they added that? I'm trying to think. I don't remember. I think this is a Kuori char, isn't it? Maybe not. I can't tell. I thought I saw some coloration. But maybe it's just the red line I'm seeing on our bar. Oh, he almost gave it up. That's not a Kuori char. That's just a decent little, like, laker or something. I don't think it's an Arctic either. I think it's a laker, but we'll see once we get it up. Hopefully we'll see. Oh, he just keeps darting around. There we go. Alright, how big was it? Oh yeah, that's beautiful. 7.4 and we got it in. That is beautiful. Thank goodness a 7.4 was on the rod that it was on. Right? And we should be able to get another bite or two. It's not too late. Let's get a little closer though. Alright, there we go. There we go. Couple of nice fish. You know, you tend to see a couple nice fish at the end of the day, right before it gets nighttime. Hornet's just getting bites. Is that a grayling? Take that. You'd think this really dark spiker would do well as the sun goes down as also. If you're going to get hit by a really big fish that you may or may not be able to get in, this is the time of day you want it to happen. Because you can't troll at night anyway, right? So if you're going to chase a fish around for a while, might as well be at night. Another common roach. I guess because we're using spinnerbaits, all bets are off. Another Arctic. We have 86 fish today. The bite rate with spinnerbaits is unreal. A lot of it's garbage, but still. That's an exciting day of trolling, you know? And we didn't really start till 5:30 a.m. Could have started an hour earlier. Caught a couple more fish. Maybe had a nice savan. They seem to come early and late, right? Sometimes. Look at this bite rate now, though. You hit a certain point in the night, and you know, you can troll all night. You'll hit a couple fish. You know, the game will throw you a mercy fish now and then, but definitely changes at night. Goodness. Big difference. Real big difference. My goodness. That's amazing. Oh, there's a fish on that one. It's a record cast. Why is my chair like sinking? I think I'm getting too fat for my chair. All right. That's too bad about the eyed. Let's see. Do we want to do it? I think we do. Okay. So we can go up to 9. What do we have now? 8.5. We get a little more strength on it. How much does it cost? 161 silver? I don't even know if that's worth it. Look at that quality though. 5-star. I mean, I don't know how much longer we're going to be going on the leveling series anyway. Let's just do it and see what happens. It's only going to take 1 day. Let's do it. Let's just do it. We're trying to get lucky and hit that burbot order. I'm sorry, what? What have they added to Kuori that's doing this to me? Is this a decent burbot on worm? Hello? Has it been like just taking my line this whole time? That is a burbot. It's a nice little burbot there. Oh. Now that's a little big for the order, isn't it? Just needs to be 1.2 and we've got some time. See how we did for the fish without the burbot. I'm just curious how our trolling day went. Not bad. 153 silver. I'll take that every day. It's not 200 and whatever that we had yesterday, but we also had the perch order, and we didn't have like that really nice Savan and that really nice. So that's not bad. Well, that's not bad. All right, so they don't have cheap night crawlers here. There's that spinner. It's 40 silver. It's a little cheaper than I thought it was. Let's see. Where's the spiker? Yeah, it's gone. It's out. In fact, the one we have is out too. But this one's in, and you could do this one. This one also shows up a good bit. I'd probably get the 14 right now, all things considered. Or is it the 4? Actually, now I don't remember. These look so similar. I mean, so similar. And then all the hornets are in stock. But that actually is tempting to try that. Again, we may be ending soon anyway, right? Might as well go out with some fun. Might as well. Let's see how much that burbot's worth. It's worth 15 silver. How much was the order? Because we're going to have to decide this in a minute. I'm not going to stay much, and we're about to stop. We're about to wrap it up. 18 silver. So if we don't catch another one, it is worth selling the burbot. We'll give it another minute or, I mean, it's worth doing the cafe order. We'll give it another minute or two. This could be it. We just want like a, 1.5 kilo burbot. So we feel good about the cafe order and feel good about selling the other one. So even after all that silver we just spent, we're still over 200. That burbot's still not on there. Come on now. Okay, I think we're gonna have to call it. Uh-oh. Come on. Give us something good. Ah, it's too small. I'm not even sure if I changed the hook size on this. I didn't. This is still 24 hook. It's part of the problem. Ooh, it's a big rough though. That's kind of fun. All right. Oh well. All right. Wait, I need to take these out because I'm actually going to stay logged in just for a little while so that that reel gets finished upgrading. We threw this thing a country mile. How did we get stuck here? Seriously. What are we... All right. Thank you for watching. Tight lines, everybody. I will see you next time, and we will try out our new lure and our upgraded reel.